Today's rugby news as Wales boss candidate leaves future hanging and Lions tipped to make camp call-up. The British and Irish Lions have been tipped to call up Ireland prop Finlay Bealham ahead of this week's training camp in Portugal. Andy Farrell's squad head off for a warm-weather training camp ahead of their tour opener against Argentina in Dublin on June 20th. It's previously been reported that Farrell had plans to bring in reinforcements ahead of the Argentina match, given the number of players that could be involved in domestic finals. And the Irish Independent report that Connacht's Bealham seems likely to get the nod from Farrell, with none of his tightheads currently available. Fears are growing over Tadhg Furlong, while Zander Fagerson would not have been fit for next week's United Rugby Championship final even if Glasgow had beaten Leinster in the semi-final. As for Stuart, he'll be playing for Bath in next weekend's Gallagher Premiership final. The Lions are expected to confirm a travelling party for the Portugal camp in the coming days. Glasgow Warriors head coach Franco Smith offered no guarantees that he would remain at Scotstoun after the club's URC title defence was comprehensively ended by Leinster. Smith has been linked with the vacant Wales head coach role, while he's also been tipped as a potential successor for Scotland boss Gallagher Townsend. There's no indication that Scotland will part company with Townsend, although his current contract runs out next year. However, the Wales head coach search is understood to be getting closer to finding the ideal candidate, leading to the question over Smith's future. "I'm looking forward to reflect a little bit," he told BBC Scotland. "I think it's 44 weeks we've been at it. There's only 52 weeks in the year, so it's a full year's work. If you defend the title, you have to be on top of your game in all of it, so it will be important for me now to go and reflect a little bit and take a bit of downtime and hopefully see what's going to come next." Michael Tadhg refused to celebrate Leicester's 21-16 playoff success against Sale after declaring he would only be satisfied with victory in next Saturday's Gallagher Premiership final. The Tigers will face Bath in the showpiece at Allianz Stadium after two stunning finishes by wing Adam Radwin and a dynamic try by replacement Isaiah Parise were enough to edge Sale. There were jubilant scenes upon the final whistle at Matty Ollywood's Welford Road with a number of players, including club stalwarts Dan Cole and Ben Youngs, making their final home appearances. But for Tadhg, the hard work begins now. "This is not an achievement for me. Winning at the Premiership is the achievement," said Tadhg, the former Australia and Argentina head coach, who will take charge of Leicester for the final time at Twickenham. "I don't want to be a sad sack, but I can't leave any room for complacency around how well we've done to make it. I've been doing this for too long. You get to a World Cup final, you think about how good that is, and then when you lose, it's the worst feeling you'll ever have. I want to make sure that I leave no room in my own personal performance to allow anything to derail our preparation." Radwin provided the highlights of a hard-fought clash in the East Midlands with two brilliant tries, the first seeing him wrong-foot the Sharks' defence, and the second made possible by athletically catching an over-at-Handré Pollard chip. Referencing the second try, Tadhg said Adam grew about a foot, I reckon. A foot and a half. He's not the tallest of fellas, Adam, but he got there. He runs at an excellent clip. He's fast, and he's got a great sense of ball skills like timing and footwork and balance. And he was brave enough to do it. You've got to be brave to go and do that stuff, and if you don't try it, you never know if it'll happen or not. I'm not going to wrap him up too much, but it was a good try. Pollard had the courage to make the kick, and then Adam had the courage to do that extra little bit to go and get it. Sale director of rugby Alex Sanderson admitted Leicester deserved their chance to succeed Northampton as champions. The result is crushing. The season crashes to a very abrupt end. "I don't think we deserve to get to a final on that performance," Sanderson said. "Leicester played their game very well and deserved to win by a few more if I'm honest. In the first half, no facet of our game was ticking. Fair play to Leicester. They're a really well-coached team, and they showed they had the minerals to get to the final.